Hello, and welcome back to Baba Is You with Brian. Since reviewing the previous video, the levels I did solve had things like wall is not wall to make walls go away. And I was looking at this, and I think even last episode I said it'd be nice if we could say Kiki is not Kiki. And it turns out we kind of can, because we can't say Kiki is not Kiki, because we only have access to one word Kiki. But we can do something that's almost as good. So, what do we need to do? First up, we're going to need to move Baba Is You up a little bit higher. Because while we can't say Kiki is not Kiki, what we can say is not Baba is not Kiki. That is, all the things that are not Baba are not Kiki. So rocks are not Kiki, and flag is not Kiki, and Kiki is not Kiki. Aha! That's what we want. So, that is going to be the goal. And so to do that, we have to do a bit of the usual kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and separate out the Kiki as stop, which we're going to need to do in order to get the... is that going to be right? No, it needs to be over another one, like, let's do this. That's too far. Oops, come on. There we go. And then I can go down one. And then I can push this over with Baba. And then I could put, let's see, moving it one over. Actually, I want to move it over. I want the word Kiki to be on top of Kiki, so I want to move it over 3 squares. 3 squares to the left, ideally. So I think the best way to do that actually is to do this one at a time. So there's 1 square to the left. There's 2 squares to the left. There's 3 squares to the left. Okay, we're back to being Baga, and now Kiki is here. And so I want to say, not Baba is not Kiki. And remember, Baba is not Kiki. Doesn't say anything particularly interesting. But not Baba is not Kiki means rocks won't be Kiki, and flags won't be Kiki, and Kiki won't be Kiki. And there we go. Now I can go say, flag is win, and win. Hooray! So yeah, that actually, it didn't take too long after the last episode. Like, I was just looking back and thinking about what I had recently done with Not, and that was kind of the obvious thing to do. So that's the good news. The bad news is, first off, I have to figure out how to get Baba to pick the cursor back up. Baba is not cursor. Let's see, can I move the cursor there and then Baba here and get Baba back on the cursor? Yes. Okay, so back to the depths, where we have a skull and a cursor, and I think maybe I have to do something in puzzle number 3. There's a tiny chance I have to do something in puzzle number 2. But I'm really not sure. I guess I'm going to look at number 3 again. I don't even remember what these puzzles are right now because I haven't looked at them in a while. But let's pick up the cursor with the skull. So really quick, I guess let's also just remember that the current issue is that skull facing Baba is you. Or sorry, skull not facing Baba is you. So if I face Baba, I'm in trouble. And it seems like the next world to get to is number 4, but I'd have to unlock the door, which involves pushing a key. And I need to be facing Baba in order to push the key out, it would appear. So those are the issues we currently have. And so the question is... Alright, and I did some work on this off camera as well. But didn't really make a lot of progress, but did manage to do some new things. So... there's an easy way just to solve this level, and the question is, can we say level is something interesting? Like level is shift, or level is text, or something, something, something. And so the way that I did this, let's see. Let me show off some of the interesting things I managed to find off camera. So if I do this, I can rescue the word is to bring over here to say text is weak, which will kill the is there. And then I'm also going to go kill this is here so that I can get the word push. And then I can get pretty far up up this column with all the skulls if I do some clever stuff. So watch this. Let's see. I need to, before I do this. Right, which way do I want to do this? There's a few things I can do. I can say belt is text, and that makes the belt be pushable forever. Or I can say belt is push and push the belt around, and then later say belt is shift, which is also interesting. And then I can also do text is shift, which is really interesting. And I can't remember which of them, if any, is the best order to do things in. Let's just kind of try one out kind of at random. So we're going to do belt is text. So that will turn the belt into the word belt. So I get an extra word, which is a pushable item. And then the next thing I would like to do is to say text is shift. Can I say that? Yes. So if I push... And I actually do want the word belt up here. So if I do text is shift, that will also cause the skull that is currently under the word belt to face upwards rather than leftwards, which means it's not going to move into me. And similarly, if I do this, we shift the skull upwards while the text was shift. And so that allows me to start doing crazy stuff like this. And if I wait one, the skull gets shifted up again. And I can push, more text up here and go a lot farther. And I still have the word push over here, so I can push even farther, which is pretty great. But if I go any farther, then Baba gets crushed by this. And I think using some other shenanigans that I don't remember, I managed to get things like... Nah, I guess it was just, rather than having the skull be the leader of the pack way up there, it was the word text was the leader of the pack. But I haven't figured out a way to get another object over here and say text is weak at the same time, or get any object other than weak that I could push. Oops. Oh, that didn't occur to me. That the skull, when the skull's on top, is going to come get me. Anything that I could do to be able to push to the right so that it wouldn't be level as weak, because I'd like it to be level as something else other than weak, because level as weak does this. But I have not figured out what to do. Flag is win. I can't say flag is text. There isn't a knot to work with on this level. Was there a knot anywhere out here? There is not a knot. There's just the rock as push. There is this Baba hanging here. And let's see. I guess I could say Baba is push, but the problem is skull not facing Baba as you means I can't actually push it. Could I push it with the rock? Except for there's nowhere that I could push a Baba. Like I can't push something through this corner. Skull not facing Baba is you. If I could get rid of the word skull or not or facing, it would turn into Baba is you. Which might be interesting. Let me stare at this puzzle and see if there's anything else I can just do from here. Alright, well I'm back here in Crushers. And I finally had to look up a solution. Actually, I didn't look up the full solution, but I looked up some hints. So, let's talk about this one. First hint. So I had a lot of the right ideas at the beginning in terms of what needed to be done with text is weak in order to get push out, blah, 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 blah. So we can do kind of all of the same initial stuff. And we are going to want to say belt is push. Oops, while text was weak, I need to go break the other is. But the first hint was getting two things on top of each other. And it turns out that you can, using the belt, get... this is not great. Let me move all this over for a moment. I can move it back in a minute. Okay, so from here, with belt as push, I can get two objects in the same location at the same time. Namely, I can do something like this. Alright, belt is push, the word push and the actual belt are in the same location at the same time. And I fooled around with this for a while and couldn't make a whole lot happen with it. But it turns out there's another step that's even more awesome. Maybe some of you will see it coming already, so I'll give you a moment to be thinking about what we're going to do so that we could eventually have something be shift and do something amazing. But yeah, this is the key blowed away insight. Are you ready for this? And this is something that I did before too, separately, which was to say belt as text. But if I do it now we have two pieces of text in the same location. We have the word push and what was a belt and now just became the word belt. And so the word belt and the word push are both there at the same time. And then you still might be saying correctly to yourself that, well, grammatically, that doesn't actually help me. Well, I'll show you how it does help you, which is if I were to say text to shift right now, I can't see it very good right there. Let me do this really quick. Let me push this. Let me do this. All right, if I were to say text to shift right now, we have self-locomotion. Because there's a piece of text that's shifting another piece of text. And push is shifting belt, and belt is shifting push. And so it's self-locomotion, which can push the whole thing up through there. And once you have that bit, once you have two pieces of text and realize that it gives you self-locomotion, then you can finally have level be something other than weak. And so I'm pretty sure, I haven't actually done this bit, that what we need to do is say that level is text, which means I need the word belt up there first. I already pushed the word belt up higher, which is not what I needed to do. So let me back up a little bit. Yeah, from here. Okay, so I need both the word belt and weak to get caught in the two squares at the top. And then text will be the word that's actually going to be up there at the end. And so I'm going to say text is, and then before I complete the shift, I need to make sure that this is pointing upwards so that it will move upwards. And now I can just walk away. So that's pretty amazing. Sadly, I couldn't figure that one out on my own. But this is only the third puzzle I've had to look up, and the first puzzle I've had to look up in like 150 puzzles or something, so still feel pretty good about it. And I'm not even sure what this is going to get us. Oh, also I just died, so I haven't completely solved it yet, apparently. We need to get the... if I wait... Text is shift. Why is it not shifting the skull? Why did the skull not get shifted somewhere else? Oh, I think I see. I need to get text to be shift earlier, which I think I can do. Yeah, I should be... how am I going to do that? I need it to be shift while the word belt is on it. Can I do that? I don't think I can. Yeah, I can, because I could do this. I just have to be careful with these words to make sure there's somewhere where I can get them back, which is actually not super easy right now. Let me do a lot of game of dodgems over here. So, belt is text, that's fine. Let's see. Because this will break up text to shift. Is this going to be the right thing? Let's see. No, because they're both going to move. I am getting the skull up higher, which is the thing that I want. But what I need to do is I need to have this somewhere where it's going to be retrievable. After I push the text up again. Can I just have it go running away and come back to me kind of thing? What if I do this? I think I could then catch it. I think it's going to be okay regardless, because I'm only going to have text be shift for like one cell here. There we go. And now the skull is ahead of all of that stuff. And so now I should be okay. So now I can set up text is... Let's have this coming towards me again. Oh, this is so crazy. Let's see. This should work, I think, because I can get in the way fast enough to give it a push. There we go. Okay, and now the skull is further up. Okay, so now I can say level is text. And we have the word level. What am I supposed to do with this now? Okay. Grass is level. What would that do? I think nothing, because there is no grass, and so turning the grass into a level wouldn't do anything. But let's just start forming some words, just because level is a bit of text that we've only had a chance to play around with once or twice, and it isn't clear what all of its behaviors will be. Grass is level is a legal thing. There is no grass, so nothing got transformed into a level. Okay. What else could we do with level? We could say Baba is level. That would turn 2 Babas into 2 levels, maybe? That seems plausibly interesting. Alright, let's try Baba is level. Since we have 2 Babas and we need to get rid of them anyway, if I turn them into levels, what actually happens? Let's find out. Whoa! That is not what I expected to happen, but it's awesome. Oh, and rock is level probably would turn that into a different bonus level, but in any case, now I can get the key out and open the door and go to level 4. Oh, that is super cool. And then, is the word level going to come back after this? I imagine it would have to. Yeah, because usually all this puzzle resets. So the word level would reappear over there after I go somewhere. Okay, so now I need to go grab the cursor, which I can do by pushing the rock and walking around from the other side. The rock is not push. I can't grab the cursor right now. But what I can do... Is there a way to grab the cursor from here? Oops. Well, I just went into Depth 2 exercise hall. So now if I return to the map... Yeah, the word level is back out there. Okay, great. And the cursor could even go on to the word level. Interesting. Okay, so Baba's level to work. But before I break up the rock as push, I guess I need to do this so that the skull can go pick up the cursor so that I can move the cursor later, I think is what I need to do. So, let's go make Baba's level. Turn Baba's into some extra levels. Push the key around to unlock the door. Once again, this is just really inspired. Now, in order to actually access a level, I need to pick up the cursor. There we go. Which I can do like that. The cursor can only move on paths and levels and on the skull. Or probably and on some object that is you, maybe? I'm not sure. I feel like I could write rules for the cursor, but I haven't actually tried to do it yet. Collaborative effort. Yeah, we'll call that previous puzzle a collaborative effort with me and the puzzle solution I found. The puzzle hits. Oh boy. Where are we? We're Baba's. Kiki is. Baba's you. This has the, like, frozen ice snowflake theme going on. Text is pull. Alright. Got it. Undo those really quick. Skull is defeat. Alright, yeah. Wall is stop, usual. Skull, there's some lava that's defeat. Baba's you, Kiki's you. There's a couple of Kikis as well. They would be equally defeated. Flag is win. There's a Kiki near the flag over on that side. Text is pull. And skull. So it seems like I might need to sacrifice a Baba in the lava so that Kiki can get some text and get like skull is text or skull is pull or something. Yeah, let's try to do the most obvious thing first. I need the text to continue to be pull. So I want to pull it down and over. Oh, now it's not pullable. Well, it can be pushable as well. That's fine. And I don't think it matters how I'm going to stack up these Babas right now because I'm about to go sacrifice one of them. So bye-bye, Baba. Baba went into lava. And now I'm going to push this text over here and switch to being Kiki. Oops. How am I going to... Okay. Already got a problem. I guess I really just need the is pull, and maybe I hold on to the text because I'm going to say skull is pull. No, skull is pull wouldn't work. Skull is text would work. So maybe... Do I want to keep the pull? Well, skull is text is the only way I see to go right now. But how is Kiki going to pull the text out? The text would have to be pull. But then how's Baba? Baba needs to pull the text in. Okay. So, if I do this, go to the left, how about Kiki can't reach the text? Without dying, right? Because I could push the text, but then I pull it back out. So that's no good. Or do I have to use my two Babas as leverage somehow here? That seems plausible. Somehow? Since text is also pushable, what if I had just pushed instead? And the issue is Baba can't walk back out, but he can go ahead and just die, and then the text is over there. Okay, so now let's switch to Kiki. So Kiki could pull this text out. And I think Kiki wants to say skull is text. Which is possible to do. Maybe. Actually, how would I do that? Let's think about this a little bit. Is kind of stuck on the right-hand side, and skull is kind of stuck on the left-hand side. But if I made text as pull vertically, I can't do that because I can't get the word pull any farther. So if I wanted to say skull is text, I would just be out of luck. Okay, so I still need something else different here. So that's obviously as far over as I could get the text right now. If I switch to Kiki as you, breaking the push ability wouldn't help. Text is skull. Could I eventually say that? Perhaps. No, I still don't have a way to get the is further out. Oh no, here we go. No, hold on, what was I just doing? If I had this here. Yeah, the is still pinned to the right, and the skull is still pinned to the left. And I don't think I can use the other Baba right now. So I think I'm missing something silly right here. Oops. Oh, Baba just pulled the U text back when I was undoing and redoing there. That's something to keep an eye out for. Oh, I can say skull is pull, though. Well, can I? Hold on. I think I can say skull is pull somehow here. No, I can't, because I can't pull this anymore. But I can at least break up the text as pull, and having done so, have Kiki switch us back to Baba, and have Baba come over here and do something amazing? Maybe? No, Baba can just die in the skull. Doesn't seem like there's anything else amazing Baba can do. So that does not seem like a good plan right now. So did I miss something else that I ought to be doing at the beginning? Perhaps. Let's restart. I had two Babas. I had text as pull. Suppose I switch to Kiki right at the beginning. Does that help me at all? I've got the word skull. Oh, I need Kiki to pull. The text is pull. Got it. Okay, so let's just restart again. Probably not really necessary, but it's what I have done. Okay, so text is pull. Text. Why do you have to be so difficult? Sure. Alright, text is pull. It's going all the way over there. I have to kill a Baba in order to get it over there. Then let's switch to Kiki. Let's have Kiki pull the word skull to the right, which is the key move that I was missing before. And now do I want to say skull is text? Or do I want to say, well, text is skull is no good. So basically skull is text or skull is pull. If skull was pull, Baba could do some interesting things. So let's start with skull is pull, because this feels like a kind of back and forth between the two of them. So if I switch to Baba now, Baba can pull these skulls out and with some care kind of get them into nice spots so that Baba can do some serious movement over here. And could say skull is sink, which seems like something we would need to do eventually, because otherwise why would this be a part of the puzzle here? Once again, working under the implicit assumption of most of these puzzles, that all the puzzle elements that exist in the puzzle exist for some reason, relative to at least one of the solutions. So, skull is sink is great. I guess Kiki could now go sink Kiki's self in a skull, but I don't think Baba... Oh no. Skull is still pull, right. So I'd have to break up the skull is pull. And text is pull is probably actually a good thing for reasons that we'll see in a moment. Okay, I could sink that. And now I can't move to the right back with Baba. I was going to have Baba pull the text back, but we're not Baba right now. So Kiki is trapped, and Baba can't get over there to be me right now. Okay, so that doesn't seem good. So let's think about what we need to do here. We eventually need a Kiki, and it seems like it has to be the topmost Kiki to get to the flag, or Baba to get to the flag, but the inner Kiki can't get to the flag because there's lava in the way. So one of those two has to get to the flag. If it's the Kiki, then Kiki needs to find something else with which to sink. The skull. And I think possibly it could be the word is, because Kiki could pull this word is if text were pull. So if I switch text as pull, Kiki pulls one word is, and then goes back to text not being pull. Ooh, except for I can't easily do that, can I? I guess I could do it this way. I'd lose the ability to change to skull as pull, but let's imagine that's okay. No, because that's going to push the is away. And if I pull any farther, then nothing is you. Is there any other way to get Kiki around a word? The is the only thing that I see that might be pull-outable, but I don't see a way to get it any farther out. No, I do. Because it's okay to put it back up there, because we could pull it back down later. Oh, but I can't switch to Baba as you now, is the problem. I was going to switch back to Baba as you, maybe. Trying to separate the two is's, basically. So right now text is not pull, so I'm not getting the is over. And even, alright, let's imagine if it was pull or push. Could either way, could I get it through here? If I had the is being pull, I wouldn't be able to get it through this section, I don't think. I could only pull it to this square where Kiki is up top. And then I couldn't pull it any farther. And if it were pushable, I would also get stuck. So I don't think I can get the word is through all of this. Yeah, definitely not. So this was kind of a foolish thing to be going after. Oops. So let's undo a little bit. So I think Kiki is going to have to sink Kiki's self into the skull. Once the skull is not pullable anymore. How can I... Is there a better way to make the skull not be pulled right now? Let's do that. So then Baba, somehow, miraculously, is going to have to find... And how can Kiki have sunk himself and Baba also be on that side of the puzzle or be alive or something? So while Baba's alive over here, Kiki could push the text back with like the text is pull or the skull is pull kind of stuff, and maybe Baba can do something with that text. But yeah, right now my assumption is one of my U objects needs to sink the skull on the left, and a different one of my U objects needs to get to the flag. Because I don't see any other way to get past the skull. So the question is, how can I get a second U object into the upper left-hand portion of the map? And the obvious difficulty is basically what's going on here. I guess I just got two of them. Okay. So if I just do this, now Baba's on the left-hand side. Okay. So I kind of just did it. I think I can sacrifice Baba, have Kiki make the text pull. Yeah, I think this is going to work. Oh, no, but I need Kiki to make the text pull already. So I need the text to be pull when I'm doing that move. Okay. So basically that's the correct way to... Okay, so let's see. If text is pull, text is also still push. So I can go... That's actually fine. Actually, no, it's not fine. I need the text to not be pulled just yet. I need the text to be pull, and for Kiki to push the word U to the right. So in order to do that, I think I need to be... I need text as pull to stay while I'm here. How can I do that? If Kiki were higher up, there we go. Okay, text is pull. So then Kiki can move to the right. Now the problem is if Baba moves another step to the left. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make Kiki you again. And now that Kiki is me... Yeah, now I've solved it, because now I can break text as pull by moving down. Sacrifice Kiki, but then I can't make Baba be you. Alright, I still haven't solved it. Like, I've gotten to the point where I can sacrifice Kiki, and Baba's on the correct side, but Baba's not going to be me. I need, like, 2 Babas or 2 Kikis? Or... is there another option? Okay. I think I got it. So... I need Kiki to sacrifice to the lava at the beginning, I think. And then I'm going to use 2 Babas at the end. So if Kiki is you, sacrifice Kiki to the lava. Oh, no, that doesn't break the lava. Well, poop. I need 2 Babas or 2 Kikis at the end, but I can never get the 2 Kikis out. No, skull is sink. I could sink something in the lava. If it was pull and sink. Yeah, okay. So I think I have to break the lava. But in order to break the lava, this is still difficult. In order to break the lava, I would have to make the skulls be pull first, I think. So while text is pull and I have control of Kiki, I need to get the word skull over here. We'll figure this out in just a moment. I am going to need to switch to Baba. Okay. The word skull didn't come over far enough. Oh, I can get a Kiki over on this side. Is that a good thing? No, because now I can't get the pull back. I could get the pull back with Texas pull, so I think this is okay. So I want to get the word skull way over there. Oh, except for now I can't get leverage on this Kiki. Okay, so let's not push it that far there. No, we're just kind of stuck. Hold on. I've done something bad. Okay, Kiki is you. Let's peel Kiki off, have Kiki back off over here, and get some leverage. There we go. So now the word skull is in the lava. Baba is you. I can move to the right. And I just said text is pull, which is not what I want to do. So let's go down a few squares so that's... text is still pull. I need to break text is pull. But it's still going to be okay. So this is not good. There we go. So text is not pull. Baba is out. Okay, I've got two Babas. Great. Next up, I want skull to be pull. But do I want text as pull in order to pull skull as pull so I can work with it all on the right? Probably. Let's imagine that I do. Actually, do I? I'm not sure if I want this or not. But let's do... Babas, you guys are a little bit caught up together. Let's just have one of you do the work. Nope, nope, not there. Okay, text is pull. Let's go pull out the word skull over here. And then I can say skull is pull. And do some skull pulling work. And this text is going to be annoying unless I say text is pull again. Which is non-trivial to do, but here we go. Okay, text is pull. Let's pull this one to the right. And also a bit upwards. And then pull the word skull up there too. Okay, and then while text is pull... but not skull is pull. I need skull pull now. And I can always make the text pullable again if I need to. So let's make skull as pull. And let's get our Babas a little bit closer together. Sure. We can separate them again later. Okay. So now I have access to skulls. Why did I want to do this? I wanted to use a skull to sink the lava. But I don't think I can do that because skull is pull or text is pull. But they can't both be pull, and there's nothing I could pull across the lava. So this seemed like a brilliant idea, but it doesn't seem like it's actually going to work. I do have two Babas, which feels good. And I can even stack them together, which means if I could get these two Babas on the left-hand side while skull is sink, then one of them would sink in the skull and the other one would still be alive, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that's how things work. So I think I can stack my Babas. Say skull is sink. I just pulled one of them, but it doesn't matter, I don't think. Except for I need to break skull as pull because I want it to be something I can walk into. Change to Kiki. change back to Baba. I have 2 Babas. Sink one of the Babas in the skull. Oh, they both sank. There are 2 Babas there. They both sink at the same time, it seems like. So I do need them separated, I guess. Okay, so don't put 2 Babas together. So let's keep them separated. Hey, hey, hey. Okay. So, separated Babas. One of them's going to die to a skull if I'm not careful. Let's do that. Now he's going to die in there. I don't think I need any of that text. That just changed to Kiki. But that's actually okay. It's actually kind of good, because now one of the Babas is over there. I can change the skull as sink. It sank some text. I don't care. Sacrifice a Baba there. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Switch to Kiki. Kiki can walk over here. Switch back to Baba, and I have a Baba over here. Baba is you. Baba's going to get to the flag. Flag is win. Boom. Did it. Oh, baby. And that opens up a new puzzle, which we're going to take a peek at, but then I'm going to have to call it a day. So, puzzle number 5, Living Lands. What do we got? Me is you. Oh gosh. Level is you. So, kind of one of these annoyance levels, where the level camera moves around. Wall is stop. Flag is win. This looks like it's too easy. And I guess it is intentionally too easy, because this is the easy solution of just solving the puzzle, and then there's going to be a harder solution of we need to create a new object in order to proceed on the meta puzzle here. And so what we're going to have to do eventually is break up the wall as stop somehow and get at the level as U and say level is flag or something ridiculous and use that on the next screen. Okay, so that's something I can think about off camera for next time. I hope as always that you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Baba Is You and me. Bye-bye.